We're back with this gimbal, so hopefully this works out. Today we're in a super nice shop. Like, this is crazy in here. But today we got Brayden here. Thank you so much for meeting up with me, man.
Nice to meet you too.
I definitely appreciate it. Look
Yeah,
at
no
these
problem.
boxes. Look at that. So this is going to be the first icon we've had on the channel, and like, gosh, these boxes are so nice. How long have you had this?
I've had this for about 5 months.
Okay.
I had a 84-inch Epic Snap-on before that, and I started like getting really big into the bigger box thing, and ended up kind of regretting my purchase and started looking at these and researching them and fell in love. So here we are now.
So you went from an 84 Epic to this guy.
I did. So I had an 84-inch Epic with the bedliner top, power top, and a hutch. And I always wanted the locker. Locker kind of helps me with my setup and clears a lot of the space out of the actual triple bank. So, and actually, I got this entire box like 25% off.
No way.
Yeah. So if you guys aren't already, I would definitely join like the Harbor Freight Junkies
Oh, okay. Yeah.
on Facebook. It's a Facebook group, and like these guys pull together a bunch of coupons and they give out random coupons at a time. And I kind of struck gold and was able to get my entire setup 25% off.
Wow.
And I fell in love with it.
That is awesome.
Even if I didn't get the discount, I would have still bought the box.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, so how does this compare to your Epic, like in terms of like feel and durability?
I would say that it's not comparable to the Epic. It's just not. It's not as thick. It's not as big. In every sense, I still firmly believe that the 84-inch Epic is still a better box and bigger box and nicer overall. This I would compare to like a Snap-on Series Master.
Okay.
One thing, like if you're not a fan of the Snap-on Series Master with the slide locks, this does not have that.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
smooth drawers.
Yeah.
And you can actually adjust it on the sides, and you can adjust how, like the amount of tension it
Oh,
has.
yeah, the detents in there.
So when you click it, you can just slide it nicely and easily,
Yeah.
and fully adjustable. So whenever you load it, start loading it down with weight and everything like that.
Awesome.
You can just tighten it up, and it's
That's
great.
sweet. So this shop here is kind of unique here. So Brayden was telling me that they do a lot of custom work for vans and stuff. You see like these overland type vehicles. So what type of work do you typically do?
So me, typically, I'm more or less on the suspension side of things. So that's what a Victus is. We have our own custom suspension kit that we put on these 2500 Sprinters.
Okay.
And we essentially consider it like a pre-runner kit. So these vans are weighing in between 8,000 and like 10,000 pounds.
Crap.
Some people are even breaking that. And they're fully built out. So you have like your power systems, microwaves, like AC, everything. You're just sending it down these dirt roads, and it's a blast, dude.
Are you guys just strictly a dealer, or do you guys do custom work for like customers and stuff?
So we don't do custom work anymore. We started out doing custom work, and now we've kind of transitioned more over into service.
Okay.
So there's a few companies like Tiffin, Storyteller, and Winnebago that build out these custom vans, and they more or less mass produce them. So we're more or less servicing these vans and installing accessories.
Oh, okay.
So suspension kits, boxes, racks, lighting, like you name it. So my job changes like every day. Like I might have an entire week where I'm doing nothing but lift kits and suspension kits, and then I'll go into like wiring lights. It's cool.
Gosh. So
really
I'm
fun.
guessing you're not flat rate then if you're
I am flat rate.
You are?
Yeah. So
Really?
it gets little comment on that side. Like if you're gonna go in the flat rate world, I 100% say accessories.
Really?
100%. I'm not sitting here in an engine bay fighting some electrical gremlin all day long. Like, and I can it's the same thing over and over and over again. So I get better tools for it. I can maximize my efficiency and my time, and I can just blow through things.
That's awesome.
Like, I mean, like, we'll even put extended range fuel tanks on these vans, and, you know, you can make a ton of money on it. And when, you know, because these vans can range between like $180,000, $220,000.
Oh,
so these
geez.
guys, these people, the owners of these vans will come in, and they'll spend 20 grand here doing suspension, doing like all kinds of different accessories and modifications to these things, and they're happy to do it.
That's crazy.
Super happy to do it.
And these lifts, I guess you have to have special lifts to lift some of these things?
Well, they are kind of a pain to lift. There's only a couple points so you can lift on these vans.
Okay.
This particular lift is actually much larger than what we need. When we first purchased this lift, we were mostly looking for the height.
Okay.
Because this is a 14K lift.
Jeez.
When we do get the odd 10,000 pound van, it's not very common.
Oh, okay.
So,
Gotcha.
you know, we don't really need a lift this size.
Gotcha. Yeah, like these are, like, it's hard to tell on video, but like, just like my hand, like,
Yeah.
this is huge.
It's big.
Ridiculous.
It's definitely big.
Yeah.
And
And so
yeah,
this is your cart here?
yes. So this is my U.S. General 6-bank full-length cart.
Awesome.
I absolutely love this thing. I actually really wanted a Snap-on 40-inch with the slide top.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I priced it out, and like the best price I could get buying it from my Snap-on dealer was $2,500. And at the time, like I had spent about $14K on that 84-inch EPIQ, and I was just done spending money on toolboxes. And so I scoured reviews and everything like that, and I decided on this box for what I need it for.
So how long have you had it?
I've had this box for approximately 8 months. It's seen daily heavy use. This is actually probably holding about 65 to 70% of my tools.
Really?
I have this thing pretty loaded down.
Gosh.
Every single tool in here has its purpose. Everything in here is used weekly, daily, and I try to maximize my efficiency out of this cart. This is where I make my living. My big box is pretty, but it's more or less just my overflow.
Yeah, awesome.
On the top here, this is like my quick grab stuff.
Okay.
So whenever I'm first getting to a job, you're grabbing your ratchet, you're grabbing your socket, and I'm grabbing my extension.
Oh, yeah.
And as I'm working on the job, I might set my tool on my side, and then at the end of it, I can quickly put everything away. But the idea was to kind of maximize my time in it, so I'm not wasting so much time looking for tools and looking for things, because I hate being in the middle of a project and like, God, where did I set that down?
Oh, right,
Like,
yeah.
It's just terrible. So I wanted, like one of my first main purchases that I made was buying these Tecton socket sets.
Okay.
I didn't want to buy the Snap-on socket sets. I love Snap-on sockets. I think they're great. But for the money, I can't justify it personally. I think that when you're looking at Snap-on stuff, spend the money on nice things like ratchets. If I were to buy like this set from 1/4 inch to 1 inch from Snap-on, I'd probably be spending $600-$700.
Yeah, for
you know what I
sure,
mean?
yeah.
And it comes with these rails, and these rails are super cool. So if you click this in, I can grab this rail
Oh, man.
and just bring it wherever I
That's
want.
sweet.
And
So- Wow. That's
what's
cool.
even cooler is like I can twist upside down
Oh, yeah.
because they lock. They have a twist lock.
Oh, man, that's nice.
So another part of my job is there's a power system called Volta Power Systems, and they'll actually fly me out all over the country to service it. So whenever I go out, I'll actually just take one of these rails and throw it in. I have like these mobile boxes, and there's only so much space that I have in there, and I love it because I can just grab it and go
Oh,
wherever
that's
I need to
nice.
go.
Man, so all of these have those, they're in that rail type system?
Yes,
That's
and
awesome.
they're branded Tecton. They're actually Ernst.
Oh, okay.
So if you buy them Ernst, I think you can even get them on Amazon, and you can get them in just about any color you want. So if
Awesome.
you have like a color you like, because I have mine set up to where the red is metric
Okay.
and the black is standard. So all of my ratchets are on this side. They're all Snap-on. One of my favorite ratchets is this 1/4 inch body extended flex head
That's sweet.
with a
Oh,
3/8
look at
head.
that. That's awesome.
Because one of the main things that I wanted here is you know, about 99% of the stuff up here is 3/8. So whenever I'm grabbing stuff, I don't want to sit here and fumble like, oh, I need to grab a different ratchet to put in this socket or whatever. I just want to quickly grab and go. But I can fit this into weird spaces. I don't know, I just got this idea and I've loved this thing for certain places. This is really handy.
That's awesome. So can you buy it like that, or do you have to have them put a 3/8 head?
You have to have them put the 3/8
Really?
head on
Okay.
it. Yeah. Everybody has this ratchet.
The classic, yeah.
Standard 3/8. First snap-on ratchet I bought is this extended handle. He had this in the used section with a 1/2-inch standard handle, and for $100 I bought them both. Nice. I'm like, I got to get into it for that. This is like one of my go-tos. Awesome. I still use this thing. It's made its money back tenfold. And then I've got my extended handle 3/8.
Oh man.
This thing is so great for doing like brake caliper bolts and things where you need to get into a tight spot, but you need the leverage.
Awesome.
Fantastic
that is like
tool.
Super long.
If you guys have ever done an alignment on a Sprinter with the tire on, you will have an appreciation for this ratchet. Let me tell you, because with our custom suspension kit, we can't use like the offset washer bolts. So you have to kind of finagle it in order to get it right. And then you need to set it. And those bolts are in a weird spot and they're really tight. So you need all this leverage.
Oh man.
I'm a sucker for blue.
Nice.
And Snap-on, if you guys are watching this, you work at Snap-on, bring me more blue tools. Come on, guys, get with the program. This I bought recently. I love it. I actually want if they start making it, I want the extended version with the flex head with the blue handle. I've been bugging my dealer about it just about every month or so. Like, hey, are they making that yet? I need to make a purchase here. For bumpers, there are certain bolts on like these custom aftermarket bumpers where this is the only thing I can get in and actually get to those bolts.
Really?
This little stubby 3/8, super handy. If you can get like the 1/2-inch with the flex, I want to buy that ratchet. Nice. I think that'd be really handy too.
Awesome.
And then we'll go straight back to Hobo Freight with the Quinn torque wrench. I love this thing. I can set it, forget it, do all my lug nuts, and don't have to sit here and fumble with another torque wrench, setting it every time. Grab it, torque it, I'm done.
Awesome.
This light, I cannot live without.
Really?
So it goes on your headband, and when you turn it on, it just like all of this light all around me, wherever I'm working, I can see.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So if I'm up under a dash or something and looking up, I can see exactly where I need to. And if I'm up under a really dark van and I'm just in a tight spot, I have both my hands. I'm not sitting here, because most of the time I would find myself holding my flashlight in my mouth, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like we've all done that.
Yeah.
Or on your hat. I don't like hats, so.
Yeah, it kind of floods the whole area instead of like just
absolutely
pointing it. Yeah.
And it does have this feature where you can turn it on and off.
Oh, geez, that's cool.
So that's pretty cool. I bought this light from Matco, overpaid for it. You can buy these on Amazon. I think you could get like a 2-pack for like $50.
No way.
They're rechargeable, USB-C.
Nice.
Fantastic light. You'll kind of see throughout, I have like these weird 3D printed little organizers and things just to kind of keep things in place.
Oh, nice.
I like to do that because, you know, otherwise this would be sliding around, could end up everywhere.
Exactly.
And I like to keep things right where they're at. So moving on to sockets, I have my standard shallow and deep, impact rated. These are all Tecton. Right. Huge fan of Tecton. My chrome, exact same set, but in chrome. These 1/2-inch impact sockets, this is actually the kit from Harbor Freight.
Oh, sweet, Pittsburgh.
The only thing I don't like is it skips a couple sizes.
Oh, does it?
But I have like sent these things. I've been beating on these. This was one of the first sets that I got probably when I was 15.
Wow.
I've used these on all sorts of cars and everything like that. Fantastic set for the money. This is redneck. So on like in the beginning, first days when we were doing the Evictus kit, we were trying to find ways to make it faster. The rear U-bolts, we actually run longer U-bolts and then we install a bracket, and that bracket is what mounts to your lower shock. So we wanted to beef that up, and because the U-bolt's so long, you couldn't get a socket on it. So we made this up really quick so we could torque it, mostly.
That's cool.
Funny enough, the welds don't go all the way around, but it is hell. It is hell.
There you go.
This is Astro. These is my 3/8 swivel head. I think it's 10 through 19 set. Again, another one of those sets. I paid like 90 bucks, 80 bucks for this set on Amazon. Absolutely love it. They're pinless.
Nice.
So, nice set. I love this. I've been meaning to buy the standard set, but I don't use enough standard stuff and I don't know where I'd put it. So, externals, my E set, my external star set.
Okay.
We use these all the time.
Do you?
Mercedes vans, big time. These are all over. Can't take seats off without these. These are all over the vans. My metric sockets are the exact mirror of the standard sockets. So I have 6 through 24 in chrome, shallow, deep, and then impact, shallow, deep.
Nice.
I've got these snap-on organizers for all my bits. I love these things. I bought another one to fill out.
So are they magnetic or what?
Yeah, they're magnetic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and what's really cool is like whenever I go on call or whatever, I'll take this entire set off, flip it like that,
Look at
and it's
that.
like a little holder, and they actually hold pretty well.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't like flail it around or anything like that, but I have, these are actually screwdriver organizers.
Oh, okay.
And they have magnetic backs to them and magnetic fronts, and they're strong enough to where they can hold all of these.
Nice.
I actually set this down every night. They don't fall off.
Really?
Yeah, they're nice. I like this set a lot. And this is actually 2 organizers, so they click together.
Oh, okay.
So you can stack them as long as you want.
Nice.
Couple snap-on lights. Just a nice little floodlight.
Oh, yeah.
This thing's cool. Probably one of my go-tos if I just need to illuminate an area really quick. So it's got the front light like that.
Okay.
And then floodlight on the front. So.
Yeah, that's nice.
Super cool. I like this. Although, when you're expecting to turn it off because you're on this light and you're like looking at this, you're going to blind yourself at least once. Milwaukee. Love this thing because I can just set it anywhere magnetic.
Oh man.
Floods. It has adjustable settings. You can do it like that too.
Awesome.
So. Little controversial opinion. I absolutely love these snap-on pry bars.
Okay.
All my pry bars that I really use, they're all these snap-on.
Really?
And the blue.
Nice.
Gotta have the blue.
You don't see blue very often.
That's the point.
That's
and it's my favorite color. Cobalt screwdriver set. Honestly, the only reason why I'm still using these is because they refuse to break. I have used these things, especially this screwdriver. This has been used as a pry bar more often than not, as every mechanic uses a flathead screwdriver.
Oh, yeah.
And like I've beat the hell out of the back of these, and they just keep going. Moving down into my first drawer, this is my wrench drawer. Nice. So the idea behind this, grab my socket, grab my wrench for the back end, I'm off to my job.
Awesome.
Don't have to think about it. This was given to me when I bought my 84-inch EPIQ box.
Okay.
Made him throw in some goodies.
Awesome.
Sweeten the deal a little bit.
That's definitely a good add-on.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a great set. I love the foam. Wish I could buy more of the foam. It's just simple. It stays in place. It's kind of the biggest thing. Couple wrenches that like I just can't live without. These Jaeger. I think they're considered a tight spot. I bought these on Amazon. They're ratcheting. These have been indispensable. Huh. I think I bought the standard 8 to 19 and standard 1/4 inch to 7/8. And these, I've never broken one. Honestly, I just don't have a need for to spend more money on them. Like these have just worked out amazingly.
Yeah, being able to buy them individually is a huge deal, because if you go like Icon line, I know that they don't offer individual wrenches. So if you go and lose one, you have to like buy a whole set.
So I don't know. Actually, Icon has a catalog on the U.S. The Harbor Freight site.
Really?
So if you call Icon customer service, I believe that you can order anything on that catalog individually. So that's actually how I got these.
Okay.
Because I swapped out this drawer right here.
Oh,
because I wanted the larger drawer rather than the 2 short. So I just drilled out the 2 side rivets. I think that these were like $30 a piece.
$30?
Or sorry, this one drawer was like $35.
That's so cheap.
Incredible, right?
Wow.
And great construction. I
Huh.
can stand in this bottom drawer and be just fine, just
No
like
way.
you can a Snap-on. I want to replace this set, but it works so well here, and I've never broken one.
Gotcha.
I'm sure if I was using them more, I would.
Yeah.
I do go a lot in between standard and metric, but 99% of what I use is metric.
Oh, okay.
These gear wrenches, this is not the full set that I own. These are the same ones that I use. So I mostly use these for the suspension sets.
Okay.
21 and 22 are indispensable when I'm doing alignments.
Yeah.
So on these, on the knuckle, I have to hold one of these long wrenches up under it on back, and I have to use that 1/2-inch extended flex head ratchet. And like with one arm, I have to muscle it while I'm holding this from the backside. I don't know how else you would really do it. It's kind of a tough spot. Oh, another thing about this box, this comes with the sliding locks. I just don't like slide locks.
Yeah.
So I actually did the delete on it, and they actually hold pretty well.
Yeah,
I roll
that's
this
sweet.
card around all the time, and it's still holding.
Awesome.
So moving on to pliers, a lot of Snap-on here.
Man, you got like all these blue ones.
I love the blue. They need,
Wow.
dude, I don't know why. Tell me why, Snap-on. Why would you make the blue in the large ones and not make the blue in the short ones?
No.
I'm serious, they don't make it.
Are you
I've
kidding me?
been bugging them about it for a long time. I actually have been grabbing these a lot. The only time that I won't grab these is if I'm in a really, really tight area, because you can see the duckbill,
Oh,
how much larger it is.
For sure.
Extended needle nose.
Gosh, those
These-
are nice.
These are great. The only time that they're not great is when I'm really deep into an area. That's where I'll use these blue points. Is if I'm getting into like a super deep area, this right here will bottleneck me because I can't grab it as wide,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
if that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
for sure.
Long dikes, 45-degree tip dikes.
Nice.
I don't know. They're okay. This was originally what I went to go buy, and you can tell by the handle. I clean all of these, so don't give me too much crap about not using them. But this is what I originally went on there to buy. I love these. I actually lost these. Last week, I got my second pair, and these were found out in a van in the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
I think one of our old service riders ended up using them and just never bringing them back. Glad these came back.
Yeah.
Love those. Love these. These are great if you have like a rounded bolt or anything like that. Same thing with these. I actually just barely warranted these. These bite hard.
Do they?
The pistol grips, yeah, absolutely. And especially when you're like holding an impact with one side and trying to grab these on the bottom. Perfect use for these, at least I've found, is I've replaced these from my locking pliers. Like I used to use these cobalt locking pliers for the bottom pins of leaf spring packs.
Oh.
Because if you're changing out or rebuilding leaf spring packs, you need to be able to hold that bottom pin because it's not a bolt and untighten it.
Nice.
So this is the Icon pliers for grabbing hoses. These actually work really, really well.
Do they?
I wish that they made these with a smaller tip and a larger tip, because a lot of times I need to be able to grab it and tighten around it, and these are too big.
Oh, okay.
These are for doing the PEX clamps for like heaters and things like that.
Oh. Well, I guess you guys have to do stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's the other thing is like I'm kind of like a mechanic, electrician, and then I have to put on the RV hat, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we're also out here winterizing vans and doing all that stuff.
Goodness.
I use these. These are technically for cutting panel clips, but let me see if I have one. These work so fantastic because they have this little notch cutout, and you can just dig in, and they're like a cutter, right? So they're just super sharp, and you can just get in there and pull it out.
Yeah.
And then after you pull that out, you can get in here, dig into this, and just pull this right out.
Yeah. That's
These are fantastic.
awesome.
Absolutely love these. Snap-on adjustable wrenches. I love these. These work fantastic. It's a non-marring surface. So if you have something aluminum or something you don't want to ding up, these work great. and they're not like most adjustable pliers where they're like super loose, and these adjust pretty far out.
Awesome.
Love these. In the next drawer is my power drawer and pneumatic tools that I use every day.
Awesome. Looks like a Milwaukee guy.
Oh, big time Milwaukee guy. Love Milwaukee. The only snap-on tool that I really want is that 3/8 with the dual trigger, where you can go, you push it one way and push it the other.
Oh, as like a toggle.
Yeah, it's the toggle.
Yeah.
Just too expensive.
Yeah.
3-inch cutoff tool. Love this thing. I've got oscillating multi-tool. You wouldn't believe how useful this is in the industry.
Nice.
It just works great. This is my go-to. Like if I'm just taking off some quick suspension components or something quick, this thing pulls a lot of torque in a really small package, especially once you throw on like an extended capacity battery.
Yeah, for
This
sure.
thing works fantastic. I've been using that for a year and a half, heavy, and never broken it.
Awesome.
1/2-inch high torque. I want to get the smaller, newer version. And then the die grinder. I will comment, this thing is good for some things, like if you're just quickly going to grab it, but it will not replace the power of pneumatic. So keep that in mind.
Does it eat up batteries pretty fast?
It does eat up batteries
Does
pretty
it?
fast. If you're going to buy this tool, absolutely buy an extended capacity battery. I would say the same thing with the 3-inch cutoff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love this thing, but it does eat through batteries. So keep that in mind. Matco tools, they usually go through a promo where you buy one, you get one.
Nice.
These are fantastic die grinders. Absolutely love them.
They look like a newer design. Like, or is it reversible? Or is it, oh, it adjusts the speed?
No,
Okay.
so this is just an adjustable speed.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
usually for everything I use, I'm just about on the lowest setting.
Okay.
Next drawer down, this is my electrical drawer. A couple things to note. This is my Southwire amp clamp. If you're one of those guys that's working alone and you need to diagnose, like on our Volta systems, our alternators actually will not start to output power until 1400 RPM.
Really?
So you have to figure out how to hold down the pedal. So the cool thing about this is you can turn on Bluetooth, and I have an app on my phone,
No way.
and I can set this up underneath the van, clamp it, and go up into the driver's seat
Wow.
and do my thing and get all the readouts, and I can even record it on my phone.
Wow.
So super useful
that is
tool.
awesome.
In fact, there's quite a few things that I could not do without that tool alone. Fantastic. And it has full multimeter capabilities. I would buy this every time over a Snap-on multimeter.
That is awesome.
Blue Point crimps. So this is going to be for like Deutsch style crimps, Anderson crimps, and things like that.
Okay.
Some more Snap-on pliers. I have the Snap-on crimps, the smaller version.
Oh, okay.
These are fantastic, like if you just have like a one tool, because you can splice the ends off and then crimp it with the tip.
Yeah.
These are really handy and they fit into a lot of areas. Tool Aid makes these, and they're just for pulling off the ends of wire,
Yeah.
the insulation. I bought this off the Matco truck, so it's a nice blowtorch. You don't have like a lock or anything on it.
Oh, okay.
You can click it, lock it, and you're done.
Oh, nice. Crazy.
So these are for cutting heavy gauge wire. So this first notch is for more or less cutting the insulation and softer core. And then so you'll bite in, cut it with this one, and then you'll finish it off with this side.
Oh.
So these work really well. I would say up to about 2 watt. Funny story, I actually cut into a live wire with my first pair of these and ended up biting a tip. Love this tool. This is just a volt light. So if I'm just going through like 12 volt fuse panels, I can just grab this. Anywhere my hand touches on this black part, I can go touch another ground and I can read out and it'll light up for me. If we go over...
So is this, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but is this something that you carry around with you when you're doing like
Yeah,
electrical
so
work?
what's really cool, when I am going out to do like an electrical repair or work on electrical stuff, I'm grabbing the same tools every time,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
So this is sold by Harbor Freight, has Velcro on it, so you can throw it on your belt.
Oh, okay.
You can throw it on your belt, and then you have all your tools handy.
Yeah.
And you're not setting stuff down and losing it.
Yeah.
Because was the biggest thing why I wanted that. Snap-on butane soldering iron. fantastic, love it when it works.
Yeah.
I had one break. This pretty much just spun forever. Probably waited 2.5 months to get it warranted, and I eventually told my Snap-on guy he just needs to give me a new one. I have this case for all my connectors. It's dual-sided, so that's really handy for just going out and making quick repairs, anything like that.
Nice.
Every mechanic has his random wires and
Yeah.
crap on this end. And then my bottom drawer, just my hammers and mallets, and then general supplies, drill bits. I will say, I don't remember what brand they are, but they're just like the Matco drill bits.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I don't have them in there. I have them right here because I use them so often. They have the step-down bit.
Yeah.
I go through drill bits like crazy, drilling into these frames and everything like that. These last the longest, and they cut the fastest.
Awesome.
Here's a tool I bet you haven't seen.
Nope.
This is a plus nut riveting tool. So you need to be able to tighten this with this bolt because this pinches. So if you put this in sheet metal, a hole in sheet metal, this will essentially work like a drywall anchor.
Okay.
And then you can run a bolt through it.
Oh, wow.
Super, super handy. If you can't get a nut on the backside of something, this is what you should be using. And then bottom drawer, pretty much empty. Have my hacksaw, my blower, and my longer blower. This is super, super handy.
Is it?
Just for blowing out the floors of stuff. Like if I've been wiring or if I've been drilling or whatever, I could blow everything out really quick and be done with it.
Nice.
And then that's it for the cart minus, I have some Snap-on spray can paint holders.
Okay.
These only really work well if you can drill into your box. Like you'll see it moves down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're okay. I'll just say that they're okay.
And then your icon. So you said you haven't had this for very long, and you were able to move a lot of stuff into your cart here.
Yes. So when I had my 84-inch EPIQ, I had that box pretty filled out. This box, because of the locker and the cart, I actually have quite a few drawers empty. So.
Awesome. I love being able to grow, you know?
Oh, absolutely. No, I would absolutely say that this is my forever box.
That's awesome.
And I love my little Snap-on nameplate.
There you go.
I had to move that over, of course. So on the top, I have one of the US General light strips,
Okay.
which I actually like better than the power top because the power top would waste space with the electrical cords.
Yeah.
I have that, my Matco sound bar, so we can bump some tunes in the
Nice.
shop. You know, you gotta have that. Snap-on screwdrivers. These are intended to go in the cart.
Okay.
I just haven't figured out a way that I want to do that yet, so
Gotcha.
that's their home for now. Matco organizer. This thing is fantastic for breaking things apart, and you can organize all of the little bolts and things.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's one of the biggest problems as a mechanic is keeping all of my bits organized. I know that there's guys who've been working here 25 years in the industry, and they can look at any screw and be like, oh, I know where that goes. But I'm not that guy yet. Same thing with the mat. This thing's great for breaking down. We work on a lot of smaller heaters, and so I
Okay.
can keep fuel, water, or anything in here and keep
That's
all
nice.
the fluid parts without making a mess. And then when I'm
Yeah.
done, I can go take this to the sink, wash it off, do whatever I need to do.
That's sweet.
Top drawer is not filled yet, so give me a chance, guys. So I've got my 1/4-inch Tecton set, just my chromes. I don't ever see a need to buy impact rated 1/4-inch. So I've got standard on this side and metric on this side.
Okay.
And a recent purchase I made, I bought these extension sockets from Matco. Extractor sockets from Matco. I'm getting
okay.
tired, it's the end of the day.
Yeah.
These are pretty cool. They come with this little stick so you can push out the stud or bolt
Yeah.
at the end of it. You can just hammer that out instead of grabbing your screwdriver. And then in the front here, I've got these Icon extended hex bits,
Nice.
and they have the swivel head. Super, super handy to have. You'll know when you need this.
Yeah.
I've got my large 36-inch Snap-on pry bar up here. This is, like, if I have to get this out, it's coming. Let's just say that. I've got my 1/2-inch Snap-on 30, hell, I don't know what size this is. But I've got this pry bar. This is super handy for fuel lock rings on gas tanks.
Oh, okay.
Just
yeah.
pop that right off with that. And then I have my Snap-on
Look at that.
torque angle torque wrench.
The blue, that is sweet.
Hey, viewers, if you guys have a chrome blue 3/8 flex head torque wrench, I want it. Hit me up. So moving on to my wrench drawer. This is another one of those that's kind of empty. I found this on Marketplace.
Goodness.
So this is the master set. So I do have some duplicates between the two. Use these all the time.
That
all
is
the
so
time.
nice.
These are great. Here's the rest of my gear wrench, ratcheting extended wrenches. They work fantastic.
Hold on, back up. These are the wrench organizers that were in Gage's box over at Kenworth. And if you guys don't know, they are a modular design and they kind of clip together and they have magnets on both sides to hold them to your box and to hold the wrench in place. So pretty cool design. Finally got some information from Brayden. He actually told me that this guy works in his shop. So I got his information for you guys. Please be patient because he's probably going to get bombarded with orders, but he does do custom work and these are all 3D printed by him. He can do different numbers, different colors, so yeah, hit him up.
These are throwaways. If I don't care about it and somebody needs to borrow it, that's what I'm giving them.
Awesome.
And then these are, again, another throwaway if somebody asks and needs it.
Yeah, that's like a pro tip. Like if somebody needs to borrow something, you have a duplicate of like a lower brand.
I've moved so much in my life. I actually had quite a few like sockets and things that I wish I would have kept.
Yeah.
But I ended up throwing those all out or giving them away. Snack drawer, nothing to note in there. Every mechanic needs that.
Yeah.
I get hangry. Again, another one of my empty drawers. This is chisels, random bits. These are for holding your brake calipers. Some files. This one's pretty cool. Ratcheting, stubby, snap-on screwdriver.
That's awesome.
Bit holder. That thing's pretty cool. This is for taking out the tire pressure stems. This one is kind of like the random bits that you have. These are organizers from Harbor Freight. You can buy these in just this, like the, I don't know, 6 pockets.
Okay.
I wish I would have done that, but it's whatever. So die grinder, bits, disposables, just kind of random stuff. This thing's pretty cool. So I do a lot of like hardware organization and things like that. And if I want to go find the thread, I can just run it through one of these.
Oh, no
Because
way.
generally you kind of know, but it's like, okay, is it fine thread? Is it standard thread?
Huh.
Oh, is this one metric? Is this one standard?
Yeah.
This way you kind of know for sure.
Awesome.
You put it in the right place.
Yeah.
Icon, you have to buy the key to lock tumblers to change out.
Oh, okay.
So all of these are on the same key, which is pretty
okay.
nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
This is my sticker drawer.
Okay.
Nothing to note in there. Extensions, overflow ratchets, things like that. This is gimmick. I don't know why I still hold it. Again, if somebody needs a ratchet, that's what they're getting. This was one of the first ratchets I bought. Standard 1/2 inch.
Nice.
Useful when you need it. Small 1/4 inch snap-on ratchet. Again, useful when you need it. First torque wrench I owned. Pittsburgh 1/2 inch. Pittsburgh 1/4 inch.
Nice.
And then the rest of the gear wrench 1/2 inch extensions. Moving down to the power drawer. So Milwaukee chargers for all my lights, things like that.
Yeah.
This basically just has electrical bar in the back.
Yeah.
Pretty standard
That's
stuff.
sweet.
This is pretty cool. It does fit like the Milwaukee M12 extended batteries. I know
okay.
a lot of people have said like, it won't fit my Milwaukee stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Calm down. It's all right. And then the other power tool drawer. I have my snap-on air hammer, snap-on bits, M18 90-degree drill,
Nice.
M18 1/4 inch hex impact, and my M18 1/2 inch brush drill.
Oh, okay.
This one I have warranted. Good drill. If you use it every day, you will eventually break it.
Yeah.
This drawer, I have like overflow pliers. I have the Icon snap ring plier set. So these are pretty neat. I would not, like I took out the reversible head ones out in the store. I was not impressed.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't buy them. They felt chintzy. When I'm using like a C-clip or something like that, I want a plier that can actually hold on to it.
Sure.
These are pretty nice. They're all spring-loaded.
Oh, okay.
They have nice handles. The tips aren't all deformed or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think that I'm going to end up liking this set. I actually purchased this probably about 2 weeks ago, and
Really?
I haven't used this yet. This is more of a personal tool
Oh, gotcha.
for working on my personal cars. So
Okay, nice.
this is just the smaller ones. So this comes in a separate little kit.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Nice.
So these are pretty cool. Clamps, gotta have those. Here's the one that I arced.
Oh,
So,
geez.
Yeah. And warranted it, no questions asked.
Really?
Snap-on, my Snap-on guy will warranty Knipex.
Really?
So
Oh, nice.
really nice to have.
Yeah.
These two drawers are empty.
Okay.
If we move over here, this is like my Snap-on smaller like screwdriver bits.
Man, the blue. It's just
I love the blue.
So nice.
I love the blue and it's sparkly.
Yeah.
These are for pulling like rubber O-rings and things like that you do not want to mess up.
Oh, okay.
Because if you like use a pick or something like that and you poke it, you could rupture that O-ring if you plan on reusing it.
Sure.
More importantly, you're not marring up the surface when you're going to pull it.
Yeah.
Because if you mar up that surface and scratch that surface, fluid can leak through that and cause problems. I bought these that I needed and wanted, and I'm like, well, I may as well complete the set. This is one of the kits that I got on Amazon for like plastic pry tools. This is kind of a weird tool. It's for pulling panel clips. It breaks. It's garbage. This was one of those panel clip pry tools that bent. Again, cheap Amazon garbage. But I think that this set was $20 and it came with a bunch of extra stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Like if you just need panel clip pry tools, I'd recommend it.
Nice.
Overflow pry bars, hammers, kind of just a shorty, 4-pound hammer, your rubber mallet. These are just the Pittsburgh branded ones. I never actually bent them.
Yeah.
I more or less, they had a deal on the Snap-on ones, and I like the Snap-on ones with the D10 on the end.
Yeah.
So empty drawer, and then this one's just funnels,
Nice.
things like that. This bottom drawer, I've got my Bauer grinder, my M18 grinder, and then just a Harbor Freight blowgun,
Nice.
key gun, sorry.
Yeah.
And then you move into the locker. I've got my tool bag. That thing's great, love that. We kind of got those company-wide.
Okay.
This, if I could say, like, don't buy a tool, this is the Serpentine Belt toolkit from Icon.
Oh, okay.
This is like the one tool that I would say that I kind of regret buying.
Really?
Mostly just because if I have a 13 millimeter to get down the belt tensioner,
Right.
why would I do that instead of grabbing a wrench?
Right, yeah.
Like if I have these gear wrench ratchets,
Yeah.
ratcheting wrenches, I'm never grabbing this, right?
Huh.
It's, I don't know, weird tool.
This one thing I didn't notice about these Icon boxes, they're all labeled. That's neat.
That is neat.
I didn't know that.
I do like that. I will comment on a lot of Icon stuff. I think it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
They either make it or they don't. This is my ultrasonic cleaner
Okay.
bag for my PC, and then my M18 18 gauge nailer. That's more or less for building vans more than anything, but I still have it. And actually, I bought that right at the end when we quit building vans, so I actually haven't gone to use that a whole lot.
Oh, gotcha.
This is for crimping large gauge electrical terminals. This is a hydraulic crimper.
Oh, that's a nice set.
If you're going to be doing this, buy it.
Yeah.
This tool I've probably used thousands of times. It keeps working. It keeps doing its job.
That's awesome.
I've never had a crimp fail because of this tool. This is just my Cobalt bit set. Just has an assortment of bits and things in that. This is my backup butane torch from Matco.
Oh, okay.
This one's cheaper. Funny enough, has been more reliable.
Really?
I will say I don't like using it. I find it to be too bulky. I like the Snap-on one. The Snap-on one's fantastic.
Nice.
I just had that issue where it would not work no matter what. Hole saw kit, vacuum Snap-on brake bleeder, and the brake bleeder, this goes into the top of your master cylinder. You fill this with fluid and you set your level, and this will automatically fill your master while you are bleeding it.
Gotcha.
So I don't want to have to grab another technician and bleed brakes.
Right.
I never actually have to use this. This is really like if you're doing like a flush or anything like that, this would be really useful. This thing gets used all the time. It works fantastic. This is just a snap-on video scope going down into like cylinder bores, and actually, unfortunately, one of our accountants here, I actually had to break the news to her that she had a head gasket leak, and I was able to clearly see it through this camera. I actually bought this camera on promo because he was selling like, you bought this and you got a gun with it.
Oh, okay.
So it was pretty cool. This is the Snap-on Power Probe.
Oh, yeah.
Snap-on, you need to sell this with a case.
Yeah.
This costs too much to be holding in this cardboard box.
Right.
Come on, guys. This is actually pretty cool. This is another one of those icon tools that I would say buy. This is a screw extractor set.
Oh, nice.
There's tons of uses for this. Most of the time, it's like if an Allen key screw strips out, or like a Torque strips out, anything like that.
Yeah.
These work great.
Nice.
Fender cover mat. And then this is my micrometer set. I've built a couple engines. The last one was my supercharged 3800. These work great. If I had the money, I'd probably go out and buy a nicer set, but these have been accurate.
Really?
So,
Awesome.
this is the Maddox ball joint kit. I've used this tons of times. It works great. It's just kind of, it's a workhorse.
Nice.
This is the Snap-on rethread kit. So I'm sure you guys have all seen this hundreds of times.
Oh, yeah.
It just works.
Awesome.
It's one of those things that I don't mind spending $150, $200 on.
Yeah.
It works, and it works well. So these are my tap sets.
Oh, okay.
So I have one for metric, one for standard. Those are actually both Harbor Freight sets.
Nice.
I actually scoured the internet reading reviews and everything on those before I bought them. The taps are good. I would say the tools that actually hold the taps and dies are pretty bulky.
Are they?
That would be the only thing that would deter me away from this. I've used the taps tons of times, and in fact, I tapped a few of these metal poles,
and
they're really thick, and they work great.
Awesome.
I've never broken one. It's fantastic. These rags are the oil that goes on like the Snap-on pliers.
Oh.
So we have swamp coolers here, and it'll get humid a lot in the summer, so we'll start seeing flash rust and things on our tools.
Oh, geez.
So it's very important to oil your tools, and even some of the guys will put like those little silica packs in their toolboxes.
Oh, yeah.
Like in the back drawer or something. And that works actually pretty well. This is just some more supplies. These two are empty minus my hand caulk gun.
Okay.
And then this is kind of like my overflow weird tools and miscellaneous attachments that go to my power tools.
Gotcha.
M18 router, love this thing.
Yeah.
Works so good.
Awesome.
It works so good. Buy it. Staple gun, again, one of those that works good. If you're like, because we used to wrap a lot of panels and things like that. If you're like doing it in a production manner, that's not the tool you want to buy. You want to be running something pneumatic. But at the time, we didn't have lines and everything ran everywhere, and it was quicker to grab that than to go grab a line.
Oh, okay.
Jigsaw works fantastic. I have the M18 Lite. Nobody uses it. This locker, like from Icon, you can move these and put these anywhere you want.
Oh, really?
If you want to make this locker just these drawers, they have all these attachment points the entire way up. And you can order these drawers and the guides. You can move this all the way up.
Oh, that's cool. Huh?
Yeah, you could do it all.
Cool.
That's that.
Gosh.
So,
man, I love that.
it's super cool.
You got so much room to grow. I love it. Well, Brayden, I really do appreciate you showing me all your tools.
No
Let
problem.
me come by. So
Thank you.
Sweet. Love
It's always cool sharing different things and seeing your channel. I've been watching you for quite a while now, and
Awesome.
I've gotten a lot of things, and I actually have a list from one of your recent videos of tools I need to go out and get. So super cool to see that and actually be able to be a part of it and help.
Yeah, awesome. Well, till the next one, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. It's really unique, but we'll see you.
When you come back, I want to take you for a test drive in one.
Oh, I'd love to.
I would send you down. We have a couple routes where we can send you guys down, like gravel driveways and stuff, going like 70 miles an hour. So you can hold a cup of water and you won't spill a drop.
No way.
It's crazy.